Hello everyone, welcome back to Scented Moments channel. I'm Jolima and today I just want to talk about 12 unique fragrances in my collection. And unique because they featured very unusual and unique fragrance notes slash fragrance accords, and they are very predominant in those unusual fragrance accords or notes. And I have a couple of fragrances that their notes aren't that unique, but in the way that they're crafted, in the way that they're blended, because they are so predominant in those notes, that's why I will be featuring them here. Without further ado, let's start this list in no specific order. First, I have here a fragrance from the house of Tom Ford, and it is Noir Extreme. This one right here, Noir Extreme, features the accord of kulffi, which is an Indian dessert. Very unique. Oh man, delicious fragrance. This is a gourmand, spicy, creamy, dark, woody, not woody, balsamic fragrance. A bit smoky. Oh man, it's so good. Very aromatic at the same time. Fantastic blend, very dark, mysterious. Noir Extreme by Tom Ford. Fantastic gourmand scent, not overly sweet. It's simply perfect for date night scenarios. Tom Ford Noir Extreme starting this list. The next fragrance that I'll mention, it's from the house of Profumum Roma, and you all know how much I love this house. The fragrance is Fiore d'Ambre. This one right here. Fiore d'Ambre was my very first fragrance from the house, and the unique note that it's featured here, it's opium. Very prominent note of opium that gives this hypnotic, narcotic, herbal, balsamic and slightly powdery effect with this very resinous, sweet, gooey amber. Fantastic scent right here, very unique from Profumum Roma Fiore d'Ambre. Such a stunning amber scent. And because we are talking about ambers and I love amber fragrances, the next fragrance is from the house of Parfum and it is Ambre Russe. Unfortunately, Parfum fragrances now they came just in 50 ml and they are 108 euros. I don't know why they did that. I mean, this size was perfect. It was 100 ml bottle and the price was 130 euros. I mean, it was perfect. A great bang for your buck fragrance house overall, and now all of the fragrances just come in 50 ml. What a shame, but still, this fragrance, it's amazing. This has champagne and vodka. A very unique blend of these two boozy notes, and I also love my boozy accords. This has champagne and vodka in the openings, very effervescent, fizzy, very realistic, boozy amber with dried fruits, gorgeous, unique amber scents. Parfum d'Empire, Ambre Russe. If you love ambers and if you love boozy fragrances, check this one out. And the next fragrance that I'll mention, it's from a designer from the house of Bvlgari, and it is Bvlgari Pour Homme Soir. Man, I already talked about this fragrance a lot. I already reviewed this, featured on my spring list. Stunning tea, bergamot with papyrus. Papyrus here, it's the most unique note in here. It's the only papyrus fragrance that I have in my collection. Actually, another fragrance that has a very heavy papyrus note is Private Label from Xerjoff, a masterpiece created by Cécile Zorokian. But this one, it's also fantastic with the tea and papyrus. Great blend. Papyrus usually has this aromatic, dry, woody effect, and the tea here is done to perfection. And Bvlgari does tea like any other brand, in my opinion. This one is no exception. Bvlgari Pour Homme Soir, a stunning scent with papyrus. The next fragrance that I'll mention, it's from the house of Tiziana Terenzi, and the fragrance is Laudanum Nero. Now, Laudanum Nero, it's often compared with Black Afghano by Nasomato. I understand why, but because the same character, it's quite similar, but if you smell them side by side, they are quite different. Laudanum Nero, it's boozy, it has cognac, a very prominent accord of cognac. It's much more resinous, not as dry or herbal like Black Afghano is. So that's why for me they are still different from each other, and I slightly prefer this one, although both are very lovely fragrances, very dark, heavy fragrances. This one has the note of ash. Ash here gives a very dusty, almost fire-esque effect to this fragrance. Very complex, unique scent. It has oud, it has frankincense, has myrrh. I mean, you have a lot of notes in here, but this one, it's dark, heavy, boozy, woodsy. You have oud also with this ash accord. Fantastic scent. One of my favorites for the winter time, Laudanum Nero by Tiziana Terenzi. Another fragrance that I have here, it's from the house of Serge Lutens, and it is Chergui. Very well known, very well cherished fragrance in the fragrance community. It has one of the best tobacco notes, one of the best Serge Lutens fragrances. Chergui, of course, has tobacco, has honey, but the most unique note, and it's very prominent in here, it's hay. Hay gives this very dusty, grassy, dry effect, but the honey here sweetens things up a bit more, and then you have this pipe tobacco. Man, what a stunning tobacco fragrance. One of my favorite tobacco scents, hands down. Chergui from Serge Lutens, fantastic, quite complex, very unique fragrance, and very well known. Great tobacco scent with an unusual note or accord of hay. The next fragrance I will be mentioned, it's from the house of Stephane Humbert Lucas, another fantastic house, and the fragrance is Mortal Skin. Gorgeous looking bottle. I love this bottle presentation, and the most unique accord in here, it's ink. But this fragrance, it's so good. Ink here helps giving a narcotic feel of this fragrance. You have also a fruity note, I think it's blackcurrant if I'm not mistaken. Have this very dark, fruity, narcotic, hypnotic effect from the ink. And then you have, of course, frankincense, myrrh, pulpanax. I think you have oud, but I'm not sure. This fragrance, again, very dark, very resinous, very intense, although the performance, I mean, it's good, but it's not loud. But I mean, this fragrance, if it would be very loud, I think it would be obnoxious. I think it's perfect the way it is. It sets closer to your skin, but the longevity, it's very good. It will last you for 9 hours at least. Very and highly concentrated fragrance, and it's for me perfect for date night. A very sensual, very alluring, very mysterious fragrance featuring the note of ink. Mortal Skin from Stephane Humbert Lucas. The next fragrance that I will mention is from the house of Amouage, and it is Sunshine Man. Of course, an Amouage fragrance needed to be featured here, and this fragrance has the accord of orange liqueur. Again, I never smelled orange liqueur in a fragrance before, and so far this is the only one that I tried that has a very prominent orange liqueur fragrance. So this is orange liqueur with a lot of lavender. Very smooth, relaxing, natural smelling lavender with a fantastic orange liqueur accord in the opening. So it's citrusy but has this creamy, slightly boozy effect with lavender. So very unique blend, very prominent in here. Sunshine Man featured also on my spring list. It's fantastic scent from Amouage, not for everyone though, but still I highly advise you to try this one. Sunshine Man from Amouage featuring the note of orange liqueur. The next fragrance that I will mention, it's from house of Carner Barcelona, and actually I have 2 fragrances from this house, and actually these 2 fragrances that I will mention, they were my very first niche purchases. So the first one, it's Palo Santo. Palo Santo, it's a delicious gourmand fragrance featuring the note or the accord of warm milk. Oh man, So good. Warm milk here, it's very prominent. It's almost the center of this fragrance, but it's not very sweet. It's more of this comforting, warm, milky scent. Imagine like a watery, creamy, not very sweet vanilla. It's like this is. I just want to drink this one. It also features the note of Gaia quartz, so this is a woody, creamy, milky, gourmand scent done to perfection. Palo Santo, it's wonderful. The next fragrance from the same house of Carner Barcelona, it's Costarela. Costarela, it's an aquatic fresh fragrance featuring the note, or the accord in this case, of sand. Oh man, sand here, it's very prominent, and just from the cap you can smell this stony, wet stone, mineral ozonic accord. Very comforting again, super unique. The sand accord, it's quite warm also. That helps to enhance the ozonic aquatic nature of Costarela. Very unique blend and very prominent the sand accord in here. Costarela by Carner Barcelona, a very unusual aquatic scent. Now the last two fragrances that I have here, these two notes, they aren't that unusual, that unique, but I will be featuring in this video because these fragrances are centered in those accords, in those notes or accords. So that's why I will be featuring this video. And I never smelled such a realistic, in this case, mango. From the house of Xerjoff, it's Cruz del Sur 2. Mango, creamy heaven. Man, I never smelled a fragrance like this before. Of course you have quite a few fragrances featuring the note of mango, but a mango scented fragrance I think you will not find anywhere besides Xerjoff Cruz del Sur 2. This one has it's centered just in mango and this milky, creamy accord. Stunning scent. My favorite fruity fragrance, my favorite tropical fragrance. You all know how much I love this one. Also already did a review of Cruz del Sur 2 from the house of Xerjoff. Stunning mango scent. Mango has this fruity, tropical, peach-like scent. Wonderful. Simply wonderful. If you love fruity fragrances, check this one out. And the last but not least, from the house of James Heeley, and actually it's the only fragrance that I have from that house. And again, this note, it's not that unusual, but this one is Note de Yuzu. Note de Yuzu, of course, has yuzu as the most prominent note. The best yuzu that I ever smelled. So realistic, so fizzy, so effervescent, natural smelling yuzu. Of course you have yuzu in the fragrances of Issey Miyake, but in this fragrance is far superior. Yuzu here, it's done to perfection. Imagine like you are adding this realistic, zesty, juicy, bitter yuzu note in Salmarin. This is Salmarin featuring Note de Yuzu. Great fragrance, great fragrance. If you love citrus-based scents, please check this one out. Very unique because of the yuzu note, how it's done in here, and it's salty, it's aquatic, done to perfection. The performance, I mean, it's not incredible, but still, you will have 6 hours in terms of longevity, so not that bad actually. After all, this is a citrus fragrance, so don't expect this huge performance from a citrus scent, but the most important part is the scent itself, and this one doesn't disappoint. Note de Yuzu from Heeley finishes this video. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me in the comments down below what are your favorite, most unusual fragrance notes or accords, and what fragrances are featured those accords in your collection. Tell me everything in the comments down below, and see you in the next video. Stay safe, guys. Ciao.